How you doing? The story takes place in 2013. I was in college, and I was looking for a job, and I decided to fulfill most millennial stereotypes, and I was going to be a limo driver. I needed to find as much money as possible with as little work as possible. So that's what I decided to do. So, I had to start wearing a suit, saying things like, "Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It's okay. You can get drunk and take your clothes off. You can do this. You can do that. It's all right. It's in here. I won't tell anyone," even though I just did now. So nonetheless, throughout this career of being a limo driver, I picked up a lot of people for like wine tours, a lot of people going out on like big drinking parties and Jimmy Buffett concerts and shit like that. So I picked up three gentlemen one night in the Harrisburg area, and you could tell they were like in their mid-40s, and they do this like every year kind of thing. It was very much a bromance when they got in the vehicle. So we'll say, for the sake of the story, one will be Bro Jackson, Broseph Stalin, and Barack Obama, or something, whatever we want to call them. They're just the bros. Because the whole night it was all about debauchery and all this like locker room talk and all this kind of stuff. And I took them up to, the casino in Grantville and all that kind of stuff. And as the night went on, they started to drink more. As they started to drink more, they would, periodically would seek my insight into whatever it is they wanted to talk about. And they would either call me William or Driver, which is always a good one. So, so at any rate, about 3/4 of the way through the night, these guys decided to relive their college rapper days. So they start, they're like, "Man, how do we hook Pandora up, dude?" And, I'm like, all right, we do that. And they start throwing on like early 90s hip hop beats. And they all start battle rapping each other in the backseat of the vehicle. And it was all like mom jokes and taking your wife and, all this like, I think the one guy was like a used car dealer person, used car salesman. And so it was very, very ironic to me for like to hear the bros saying these things. And they really thought they were good. I mean, they were stuttering, destroying the English language left and right, but they were the best to ever do it. And here I am, the driver in a suit in the front seat, and I'm just kind of scoffing. That kind of stuff. So we'll say the biggest ego was Bro Jackson. So Bro Jackson goes, oh, driver. Oh, you think you're so good, huh? Starts pointing his battle raps at me, talking about stealing my girlfriend, talking about taking my mom on dates. I'm like, my mom is a saint. You don't deserve my mother, dude. So he said, "Well, if you think you're so good at this, why don't you do it?" So I said, "Well, I don't really know how to rap." He said, "Well, do it. Try it. So you think this is funny, this is entertaining, do it." I said, "Okay, I'll try, but don't make fun of me if I can't do it. Don't make fun of me, I apologize if I mess up." So I was like, "Bro Jackson," I didn't call him that, whatever his name was, "give me a beat." So he put a beat on. I threw out some stereotypical yos, checks. Not exactly sure what I was checking, but I checked it, right? So then, nervous as hell, I proceed to say the following. "When living for a moment, do we own them, do we lease them? Do we keep them for ourselves or use them as a tool to teach? I'm sick of all the foolish speech, finding all the rules to breach. It's time we start the cleansing like you're drinking pools of bleach. It's hard for me to sleep, so I take another shot. Sometimes I feel this empty bottle is the only friend I got. Feeling paralyzed like every step is over porcupines. The winter splinters prick the ridges of my crooked spine. But I'm doing fine, giving time, every ounce of trust. I had a meeting date with fate, that dumb bitch missed the bus. I've been doing this for 10 plus, my pen ducts are cold. I've cried so many times, I'm pretty sure I've grown mold. My levee's about to break and I fear it won't hold. 33, feeling like I'm 87 years old. I can feel it in my steps, feel it in my breath. So I'm holding on to this like it's the only moment left. Silence. Kind of like this. Kind of like that right there. So, Bro Jackson, Barack Obama, and Broseph Stalin don't say a word. And out of nowhere, it's, who are you, man? Who are you, really? What are you doing? I said, listen, man, I go by the name Apollo's son. I've been a semi-professional MC for the last 10 years of my life. In 2006, I was honorable mention in the John Lennon International Songwriting Contest. I have put myself on tour, and I have licensed my music to record labels in Japan on projects that have sold over 1 million copies. I know what I'm doing. So that was my unmasking. Limo guy, I'm a rapper. Thank you.